Good afternoon. Meteorologist Ross Hall in for Anthony Farnell today. We're going to start off with Hurricane Beryl. Still a significant storm. Maximum sustained winds over 200 kilometers per hour. It's lost its eye wall structure, showing that it has weakened slightly, but still concern with an impact in Jamaica today, affecting southern areas of Haiti as well, and eventually will move towards the Cayman Islands into Thursday morning. So hurricane force winds, heavy rain, and storm surge a concern. We'll talk about the track of this system over the coming days, coming up a little later on. As we take a wider view, you can see where Beryl is. Sometimes these storms take a track to the north. This storm is not, because of a high pressure ridge, and that high pressure ridge to the north is actually what's circulating in the warmth and humidity today. So it will be a warm and humid day in Montreal and Peterborough and Toronto. We'll have to watch out, though, in southern Ontario for some afternoon showers and thunderstorms, likely after 1 o'clock towards the early evening hours. But you can see temperatures will get up to the high 20s. The chance of some wet weather later today, likely after 8 or 9 o'clock around Montreal. The humidex will make it feel into the mid-30s today. I'll show you how long the warmth and humidity stick around for in your full forecast just ahead.
A new
Well, the Atlantic hurricane season has really just started, but a powerful storm in the Caribbean moving into Jamaica today. Yes, it's Hurricane Beryl, still expected to be a major hurricane with maximum sustained winds, likely over 200 kilometers per hour. So hurricane force winds. Heavy rain, storm surge as that storm moves into Jamaica and then eventually the Cayman Islands into Thursday. It's weakened a little bit. A sign of a healthy hurricane is that defined eye wall that we often see. We've lost a bit of that, but it's still expected to be quite intense as it moves into Jamaica, the Cayman Islands, and then eventually later this week, the Yucatan Peninsula. Likely will have weakened a little bit, but still a hurricane, and it actually could re-strengthen as it moves into the warmer waters of the Gulf of Mexico come the weekend. So that will be something to watch as we're keeping an eye on your forecast closer to home. Temperatures in the high 20s today, low 30s, that humidex 35 to 37, and there is the chance of an afternoon shower or thunderstorm that could extend into the evening. Likely not all areas will see it, but some of those storms could deliver some gusty winds and some heavy downpours, so something to keep in mind. We've got this ridging pattern over the Great Lakes and over southwestern Quebec, allowing for that warmth to build, and that high pressure ridge is going to stay in place, although we do have this boundary pushing through, bringing us that potential for some unsettled weather. That should dry out through this evening and through the overnight. Montreal will have that chance of showers later today, and then we're dry up until Friday evening, when we'll see more showers and the risk of thunderstorms moving in to the GTHA and eventually through to Montreal. So Saturday looks to be the wettest day of the weekend as we look at your long-range forecast. Still hot on Thursday, 30 degrees, 26 on Friday. That potential for some unsettled weather, especially early Saturday. And then come Sunday, up to 27. So we're warming back up on Sunday, and it will still be humid, extending into next week. For Montreal, hot on Thursday as well, 30 degrees, that humidex near 35, 29 on Friday. We're watching out for the showers, thunderstorms on Saturday. Should be drier on Sunday, remains in the high 20s Sunday in through next week. So certainly some July heat on the way. And that's a look at your forecast.
All right, thanks so much.
Offered Wharf with a first look at the weather forecast. Bill, it's looking a little windy out there. How are you managing?
We're managing to hang on. I got my hand on the railing here. If at any time you think I may be under the influence, don't worry, it's not the case. It's this boat on the choppy waters. Things are getting a little rough, and we may see some showers and thunderstorms. Yes, we're live on Crawford Wharf for Kingston Thousand Islands cruises, as we will be most Wednesdays through the summer. If you are out tonight, make sure you have the umbrella. These winds might pop it inside out, but still, you should be prepared. The chance of showers and thunderstorms, the probability of that increasing very quickly, and those strong southerly winds we hope to see diminish after the chance of showers and thunderstorms finish with us through the evening hours. Overnight it should end, but then we're going to see some fog developing, and tomorrow clearing early, a mix of sun and cloud expected, but that chance of showers creeping back in late in the afternoon, early in the evening. as we see another trough pushing through, coupled with daytime heating. Yeah, we could see a shower or thunderstorm, but it's a low probability, only about 30%. Will we see a whole lot more sunshine or more showers and thunderstorms? Just keep watching. We've got your full forecast coming up just a little later. We're live from Crawford Wharf for Kingston Thousand Islands Cruises.
First Weather is brought to you by Aubin Windows and Doors. For premium products, award-winning service, and professional installations, visit aubin.com.
Live from Crawford Wharf for Kingston Thousand Islands Cruises. Those winds 30 to 50K inland, but right here on the shore, it's more of a 40 to 60 and the occasional gust to 70. Those winds pushing fairly hard out of the southwest right now. The warm front trading places with the cold front, and that could bring some showers and thunderstorms tonight. And after it calms down, we may see some fog developing. The moisture level in the air a little high right now. Humidity gave us like an 8-point spread between the temperature and just how warm it felt today. We'll get to that forecast in a second. Let's have a look at your surface analysis map. We can see that high pressure did its best to keep things fairly clear today. We had mostly sunny to a mix of sun and cloud in most spots in eastern Ontario today. That cloud fairly heavy now, and those clouds are getting a little thicker and darker by the minute as that cold front pushes through. As we roll into the tail end of your work week, things will start to change. You've got a decent day tomorrow, but by the end of the day, that probability of showers and thunderstorms is there. And then it shapes up nicely again for Friday. However, by Friday night, if we time it just right, we will see showers, but we're likely to get them overnight Friday with the risk of thunderstorms and out of the way before sunup on Saturday. So areas farther east, Brockville, Smiths Falls, it may take a little longer to clear up, but I think the bulk of that Saturday looking nice, and Sunday a wonderful day as well. So let's just hope that Mother Nature stays on schedule as we see it now, and that active weather will be sort of an overnight issue Friday into Saturday morning. Let's move on to our forecast now. Belleville, 29 for a high tomorrow. You've got that mix of sun and cloud. Fog patches overnight tonight will lift in the morning, and then it clears up nicely. There is a 30% chance of a shower, risk of a thunderstorm later in the day, late afternoon, early evening. And then Friday, sunny, but you will see the cloud increase through the afternoon. That probability of showers and risk of thunderstorms overnight and Saturday, it's a mix of sun and cloud and a high of 26. Brockville up to 29 degrees both Thursday and Friday. We've got a mix of sun and cloud tomorrow, and no real probability of showers for Friday. High 29, mix of sun and cloud. Overnight showers, they may linger in the morning, but reduced to about 40% probability by noon, and then clearing early afternoon in the Brockville area. Enjoy that high of 27 degrees. Smiths Falls up to 29, a mix of sun and cloud tomorrow. There's that 30% chance of a shower, risk of a thunderstorm through the evening. And then Friday, you've got a mix of sun and cloud and overnight showers. That probability lingering through your morning, clearing by the afternoon. Kingston, your forecast, a high of 26 tomorrow. It's probably going to feel more like a 32. We had a bit of a point spread between the temperature and humidex values today as well. And tomorrow, a mix of sun and cloud. We've got the showers and thunderstorms possibly tonight. You're looking at about 60 to 80% probability across eastern Ontario. And then we see it dwindle very quickly overnight, hoping for some decent conditions. Overnight showers for Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday. Back to sunshine. Monday, mainly sunny with a high 26. And then the chance of showers returning over Tuesday and Wednesday with highs of 24 both days. Now your weather wallpaper. This one comes from Scott Redmond of Belleville, who visited the Quinte International Air Show on the weekend, and apparently on Sunday, the Italian Air Force demo team stole the show. An amazing spectacle, and what a great photo, Scott. Thanks so much for sharing your photo. If you have pics to share, send them to us at submissions@ckwstv.com.
That was a great photo. And Bill, we were talking earlier a bit about whether or not you would stay dry out there tonight. You're going to be down there for another half hour. What do you figure is going to happen?
It's up in the air. You know, like I was saying, those clouds are getting a little darker and darker by the minute, and it's not so much southerly as it is southwesterly. Once we get into more of a westerly and that cold front finally takes over from the warm front, that's when that probability really jumps. And we've got 30 minutes before I'm off the air. We could see showers, but you know, it'd really be nice if we could avoid it, because this will be like the third summer we've been broadcasting here, and we haven't been rained on. I mean, there was a it threatened to last week with a little spit, but nothing really yet so far in the last 3 summers that we've been doing this for Kingston Thousand Islands Cruises.
All right, well, fingers crossed that streak continues. We'll check back in with you in a bit, Bill. Storm of the hurricane season hit the Caribbean earlier this week, causing major damage in its path. The hurricane is now heading towards Jamaica, where rain is expected to cause flooding in low-lying areas and in and around the island. Sam Brock has more.
These are the breathless moments right now before Hurricane Beryl either makes direct landfall over the island of Jamaica or comes very close to it. The National Hurricane Center not exactly sure which of those 2 outcomes it's going to be, and that is a significant difference as you have conversations with locals here, and they tell you the last time that Jamaica took a direct hit from a major hurricane was Hurricane Gilbert back in the late 1980s, and it changed life as they know it. Will that repeat itself right now? The latest from the ground here, the Prime Minister of Jamaica declared the entire island a disaster area last night. He implemented a curfew from 6 a.m. until 6 p.m., and he gave the green light to authorized officers to evacuate low-lying areas, although as of early evening yesterday, there were no evacuations underway. There are hundreds of shelters potentially available to residents, but at this hour, it's not exactly clear how many of them are even open. As you look over my shoulder right now, you see all these homes, plenty in the hills that look like they've had pretty decent construction. Folks here say that they have prepared for this moment with steel and concrete, the foundations in Jamaica really deep below the ground because there are so many hurricanes. But the roofs, they worry, could fly right off. And as you look around me, you'll see some homes that don't look like they're constructed solidly enough to necessarily withstand 130, 140 mile-per-hour winds. Conversations with folks on the ground as well say their biggest concern right now, loss of power and loss of telecommunications. They're not necessarily worried about the buildings. But putting that aside for a second, look at what has already happened across the Caribbean. You have Grenada and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Those islands look like, in some cases, just absolute distant versions of what they used to be, as there are huge pockets of homes shredded. So many there. On one island, according to the Prime Minister of Grenada, you have 90% of all homes either destroyed or severely damaged. Can that repeat here? Obviously, folks here in Jamaica don't necessarily have that level of concern yet. It's sort of part of the island DNA, if you will, not to get too worried about anything. But right now, everyone's antennas are up as we know that this system, this historic Hurricane Beryl, it is the strongest hurricane ever so far at this point of the season, is prepared right now to bear its grips down on the island of Jamaica. And folks here are just standing by to see what's happening. We'll be on top of all of it throughout the day. Sam Brock, NBC News.
In Northern California, the Thompson wildfire ignited Tuesday and has since spread rapidly, consuming over 2,000 acres. Fueled by high winds and dry conditions, the blaze has forced thousands of residents from several small towns to evacuate. The fire reportedly broke out in a sparsely populated area, but has since moved to the town of Oroville. Firefighters from across the state were deployed to combat the fire, which continues to threaten homes, businesses, and critical infrastructure. The cause of the wildfire is under investigation. Now that Canada Day has passed, Americans are... Mike, we head back down to Crawford Wharf, where Bill Hall has our long-range forecast. Bill.
Still hanging on. Waters are a little on the rough side. Those winds still pushing fairly strongly. And we're starting to see some rain moving in just to the west. It hasn't reached us yet, so we might be able to avoid it. This will be a rain-free for 3 years that we've been doing this on Crawford Wharf on Wednesdays for Kingston Thousand Islands Cruises. We're aboard the Island Belle right now, and the Island Star just took off for a cruise. We're looking at some pretty scary scary weather tonight. Showers and a risk of thunderstorms. Tomorrow, a high 26, a mix of sun and cloud. And we see a smaller probability of showers later in the day. For Friday, up to 28 degrees and sunny to start, but an increase in cloud through the afternoon will lead to some overnight showers and a risk of thunderstorms again. But if we time it just right, we'll be able to get it out of the way for the weekend. Come Saturday morning, it clears up. Mix of sun and cloud, more of the same Sunday with a high 24. And those seasonal highs continue as we roll into the work week. The chance of showers returning Tuesday and Wednesday. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of next week as it clears up. Those temperatures climbing back up to 26, which is now the seasonal norm for daytime.
Your long-range weather is brought
to you by your locally owned Midas of Eastern Ontario, with lifetime guarantees on brakes, suspension, exhaust, and now on tires. Come and experience the Midas difference.
The probability of showers and risk of thunderstorms tonight. That should be out of the way before morning, and then some clearing. But when's the next round of showers? You know what they say, if you don't like what you're getting over the summer weather, just wait 5 minutes and it'll likely change. We're looking at pretty good temperatures, but that humidity is a real factor now. That 24 felt like a 32 in Kingston today. Everybody looking at about 8 degrees warmer than it actually was. Probably in the near 40 for some parts of Eastern Ontario between Brockville and Ottawa. A 28 in Peterborough as well. That 24 in Kingston was closer to the lake. You probably had 27, 28 north of the 401, and nearly 30 degrees in Toronto, feeling like nearly 40. 19 for a low tonight. We have some fog patches developing. We have to get through that chance of showers and thunderstorms first. 26 will be your high tomorrow, feeling like a 32, and a mix of sun and cloud. It should clear up by morning. Looks like that chance of showers in a small way through the late afternoon, early evening, thanks to some daytime heating. We'll have your full forecast in just a few minutes. Stay tuned.
This portion of the news is brought to you by your locally owned Midas of Eastern Ontario, with lifetime guarantees on brakes, shocks, struts, exhaust, and now on tires. Come and experience the Midas difference.
I'm a hot sleeper.
watching Ckws News at 11.
Showers and thunderstorms racing through the region tonight, should end before morning, and hoping for some clearing, a mix of sun and cloud, maybe heavier cloudy periods through the afternoon as we see some troughing and the probability of showers again. In a small way, high pressure is trying to build in here and bring you some decent conditions tomorrow, but there's still that small 30 to 40% probability late in the afternoon, early evening, all because of, well, not just the troughing, but you get that daytime heating through the day, which can contribute to pop-up showers. Another low poised to move in could bring some showers for some parts of Eastern Ontario, but a ridge of high pressure is battling with this, and we may be able to avoid it in some parts. Belleville, a high 29 tomorrow, mix of sun and cloud. You've got those showers and thunderstorms tonight and some fog patches, but that fog should lift in the morning, and then a pretty decent day, except for that small probability of showers late in the day. That comes with a risk of thunderstorms. Friday, high 29, mix of sun and cloud, and Saturday, a mix of sun and cloud, a high of 26 degrees. Brockville rising to 29 tomorrow with a mix of sun and cloud. That probability of showers not a real issue late in the day. Friday, high 29, mix of sun and cloud, and Saturday up to 27. Yeah, you're looking at a 40% chance of showers on your mostly cloudy day. Smiths Falls up to 29 tomorrow with a mix of sun and cloud. There is a 30% chance of a shower late in the day. Friday, high 28, mix of sun and cloud, and a 40% chance of showers on Saturday with a high of 27. Kingston, your forecast rising to 26 tomorrow. We'll get the chance of showers and thunderstorms out of the way overnight. Mix of sun and cloud tomorrow, but you do have that small probability of a shower later in the day, and that comes with a small risk of thunderstorms thanks to daytime heating. Friday up to 28 degrees, a mix of sun and cloud, and for Saturday a mix of sun and cloud up to 25 degrees. 24 will be your high Sunday with a mix of sun and cloud, mainly sunny on Monday, a high 26. Then the chance of showers returns over Tuesday and Wednesday with highs of 24 both days.